Hi guys, how are you? So this is my first notebook which I have written, and I thought that I will actually keep it as a Google BigQuery, and I also wanted to experiment if there is Python and SQL. I can use it to play with big data, and I have selected the Hacker News um, dataset here, and it is a public dataset where I have actually taken it from a public Kaggle repository, and um, I have used the BigQuery helper functions here, uh, as well as some pandas and BigQuery functions. And in this notebook, mm, custom functions are not written. I'll try to write custom functions next time in BigQuery. And here I have written some custom queries as well. So let's start the code one. Ta-da-da! So excited for the day one challenge, and I'll be uploading few notebooks daily and a video recording as well. I'm thinking I should write a blog as well or a notebook like this so that at least I'll be able to read or see this recording when I forget how BigQuery works or any of the functions before interviews. Okay, chalo, let's start it. Mm. So I've utilized the BigQuery helper here to load the data frame, and from the BigQuery public data I'll be fetching the Hacker News. It is a dataset name, and in Hacker News we have so many tables, and we had previously, but now we have only one table, and that is full. The name of the table is full. So this is how the table schema looks like. So table schema means what kind of columns are there, column names are there, the data type of those columns. Here you can see, and also the description of those columns. And I wanted to see if basic pandas functions like head, tail, and peak, show, sample will work, but some of the functions are not working in BigQuery. They have different functions in BigQuery, and some are similar. So let's explore it. So head is full, but I have tried to write like df of score of day out of time. But there is another type where we have to select the column, like using the selected columns and give the name of the functions. And also we can limit the number of rows to see faster outputs. Like if you give a number of rows, then you'll be able to see limited number of rows and a faster output. And but if you just don't give it, then you'll be able to see, but you'll have a very very slow output. Maybe uh, your table query can run for more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes as well, because the dataset size is like 13 GB or depends upon the millions of rows. So it keeps scanning and scanning and scanning and scanning. Chalo, next one. So I've tried to keep one column, but I also want to see other columns. So I have given 25 rows and I'm checking out the other columns. And what if I want to see more and more columns? Then I'll give you a list of columns and the number of rows. And how do you write queries in BigQuery? Can you use SQL to pull the data? So actually you can write, but uh, for table name you have to specify complete table name, and while pulling the records you just can't write display of df or print of df just like pandas, but you have to write something like df dot queries to pandas or to data frame or client.bigquery.to data frame. So these functions are used for giving us the output, like for displaying the results as tables. And So I have wanted to see why is my query running so slow and scanning how many documents. So since this query was running so slow, I saw that I was scanning through half, like 0.2 GB, which is less than basically 1 GB. So it is 2 million records. So many records. So, okay, and while actually loading custom data frames, you see that one thing I have observed here is a type. I saw that there is only comment. But what about the other types? I want to see other types as well. So I want to see the distinct types. What are the, like in pandas you have value underscore counts to see different distinct types. So I wanted to see different counts. So it is different types: comment, story, poll up, job, poll. But in Hacker News, you have news, and when you have it is poll, is it Indian politics poll? So I was a little bit curious, and I wanted to see the text, like what are the comments. And there were normal comments like I've been working on a few different ideas. What font do you use and what alternative have you found? Like that. I thought I'll find something creepy, but I did not. Chalo, let's go to third query. This was my second query. Yeah, third query को चलते हैं. Okay, so since the query's results had 2012 rows and it was loading so slowly, then I thought why not limit it and run faster queries. And so I thought, is there any technique to optimize the BigQuery visualization? BigQuery. So I saw that there is some techniques like partitioning, querying, and wildcard entries, like big boss wildcard entries, which can happen in BigQuery as well. So I'll show you how to do that. So you can see that except some columns, and by using the limit keyword, you can just grab some data and use the display and df.queries to pandas. Here I have used like queries to pandas safe. Yeah, faster, safer output with less corroded material. Yes, कुछ बार होता है ऐसा. This is my fourth query where I'll be using partitioning tables. So partitioning tables is basically where you can partition one or two tables and even more tables based upon varied condition and grouping, counting, and using aggregate functions and group by functions, order by functions, and kya kuch nahi. Yeah, because it's fun, but you should know how to use it and you should have patience. So I thought, is there any other way to display it, because this was slow as well for even for one single record. So in the Kaggle, so I thought, let's open Google Cloud and see kya chalta hai and all. And I saw that when you use this library, Google Cloud BigQuery .client, the client actually displays the data frame in a very quick way, and but there is one down frame for this one. It works very well with time frames, but it loads slower than display and two data frame, like two pandas. So while the display is very smooth and the results are very accurate, you can see a very big view every time, like 10 records. But I feel that pandas is faster than this one and it is easier to use. Chalo, let's go to the sixth and the last query. Dope, it's 12 o'clock in India. I am recording this video. Just 7 minutes to go. Okay, so in this one I thought, why not use grouping, ordering, counting, and even some aggregate functions like max or count or min or mean or average, like that, on one column. So I thought type तो मिल गया मुझे year 0 1, like year maybe, where is that, कहाँ हो आप? Yes, here. So I thought, why not even count कितने हैं, like how many are there for each column. So let's order it from alphabetically top to bottom, and also from, like, you can see count bade se chota, like that, descending order, like this. So I thought, let's write one complex query and use the Google client over here to see how fast our query runs. And yeah, it was brilliant. It was better than the two underscore pandas, and it was clean as well. You should write more queries. So this was end of my first video, guys. I will see you soon, and I will also record another video for querying data frames in pandas, and that is very important for interviews, because in every interview they keep asking, in every coding question and live round they keep asking. I hope you see it soon. Jackass, stay cool.